Hello guys, welcome back to my tutorial. Welcome back to your test robot automation. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you guys enjoyed my previous video and I think there were lots of information how to run that playwright test and other many of other things which I think I discussed in very in depth. And let's learn more about the playwright. Okay, so what is playwright? Playwright is basically a test automation framework. You can say framework, you can say library, which is supported. Um, what we are using, I'm not saying we supported, but we are using as Playwright as an npm package. Okay, from the Node Package Manager. So let's understand more about the in depth about the Playwright. So to understand more about in depth about the Playwright, you need to understand this Playwright config.js. If you guys are clearly understanding this playwright.config.js files, then it will be really a nice cakewalk for you to work on Playwright. Okay, so the major heart of the Playwright is this particular file, which is playwright.config.js. We can also define our own configuration file, which we will be looking into upcoming lectures when we will be discussing more advanced topics in Playwright. And but for now, let's understand what Playwright has actually given us. So this Playwright config.js file is auto-generated when we do npm init playwright. At that time, this Playwright config.json file, sorry, not JSON, JavaScript file, is auto-generated by Playwright itself, right? So if we understand each and every bit of this particular file, then it will be really nice cakewalk for you guys. So let's understand the very first statement, which is saying constant define config and device is required from the Playwright test library. So this is the Playwright library which we are using. Okay, which is if you can see guys here, it's under the node module. We have the Playwright test at the Playwright test. So we have in this particular node modules, we have our uh, s- Playwright test in which this particular file is coming from. Okay, these two classes are coming from. Okay, so this is the old style of defining importing this file. We can quick fix and we can change it to the convert to E6 module. Okay, so that's really a good thing to convert your JavaScript to majorly script your JavaScript into the ES module. Okay, now let's understand more. So these are all the documentation for environment variable in upcoming lecture when we are actually defining the environment variable and all those stuff. We will look into this particular documentation and let's continue with our. So here what I'm doing, I'm using this particular define config and instantiating all these properties into my file, right? Okay, so let's understand what is this test directory to dot test. So all our test cases are kept under the test folder. So this is a test folder in which our test cases are kept. So if you want to change the name of this particular directory test, let's say tomorrow if you are working on more than other test cases, and you can say like API test, web test, then say UI test, then say maybe the load test or something. Okay, then you can easily define all different tests and you can put all this directory over here. Okay, so this is the way you have to name the test directory. There is another property which Playwright provides is test match. Okay, so what is test match? Like in test folder, I just want to run some particular file. Okay, I don't want to run each and every file. Let's say tomorrow I have one more, say this is example test squares, right? I'm just going to use this and control C and control V. One more, say one more file, say control C and control V. Okay, and what I'm going to do now, just I'm going to rename these files and rename. Okay, .js. I will leave the .js extension and I will just say test one dot spec dot js. Okay, so when you are defining the spec file, you will find this particular icon. If you are using the icon, there is an extension which I will be showing at the end. I will be just remind me. I will show that particular extension over here. And so test one dot spec.js. Okay. So whenever there is a spec file, you will find this particular icon, and whenever there is a JavaScript file, you will find this particular icon. Okay. So test one dot spec.js, and let's rename this property as well. So what we're going to do here is two uh, test2 dot spec dot js, right? Okay. So whatever we are defining we have to define in the particular format, which is a stack.js. Okay. Now can you guys see how many test cases we have? So we have two in this one, two in this one, and two in this one. So tomorrow, let's say I just want to run um, yeah, I don't want to run test two. I just example spec. I just want to run test one and test two file. Okay, so how can we do it? We can do it with the playwright.config.js file. Okay, so I'm saying test match. What test match I want? So I just want to give that particular as well. We are just going to give an array, and in which we are going to give two test match. I think there was there is some issue going on with, okay, test one dot spec dot js, comma, and I'm just going to give test two dot spec.js. Okay, so here what I'm going to I have given here is two type of particular test matches. So it shouldn't run the example spec.js. Okay, so if I just give this CLS, and if I just give this as playwright chromium, and yeah, let's run like this way. We will just going to see the list report and other report later on. So okay, so can you see we have test2 spec.js has the title. Okay, let's use this list reporter now, and I will show you correct way of okay, of all the specs files. So you can see here now. Uh, Look, how many what type of spec files are it's running? It's running test one, test one, test two, test two. Okay, why it is running two? Because we have two test cases into one particular file. All right. So this is the way you have to give the test match. Okay. Let's say tomorrow. Um, so what we will do in test match, we can also give. Let's say tomorrow all the test spec file and everything is fine, but still, if you want to give the test match, then how you can give is star dot spec.js. Okay. So what this will do, this two star symbol is a regular expression. It will suppress all the files as star. All right. So let's do again. Now you should see there should be six test cases should invoke now at this time when I'm running. Look, six test cases got invoked. We have example test as well, test one as well, and test two as well. Okay, so this is the way you have to give. Now let's say I have given the test match, right? Okay, but tomorrow, let's say test two spec.js file is not well maintained by the other maybe other QA, or there's some issue with the test spec.js, and I don't want to run that particular spec.js file. So how I can do that one? I can again do with test ignore. If you just do test ignore and provide that particular file over here as a test 2 dot spec.js. Okay. So what this will do, this will ignore this test2 spec.js, and it will only run test one and example spec.js. Okay, let's understand this scenario. So again, I'm just doing running the on the Chromium project, and look, only four test cases got run using for worker. So we have test one and example. Okay, so this is how you can manipulate the test cases in this way. And yeah, so this is really cool feature of the Playwright. Okay, let's say tomorrow, okay, let me just comment this particular line, and I just want to run all the test cases now. Okay, so let's say tomorrow you want this, what is this, fully parallel to true. So what happening now when when I'm running the test cases here right now, what is happening? It is running all the test cases into the parallel mode. Okay, we have four workers invoking test one. Look, there are two here. What is happening? In for test one, there are two test cases invoked into the parallel mode. But let's say tomorrow, if I do give false here, okay, then what will happen? So what will happen? So each worker will invoke for each particular spec file. Okay. So let's understand this particular scenario. So if there will be three workers, and look, test one, example, and spec test, and then so this is the way you can give fully parallel to true, and if you put as false, it will invoke each worker for one particular spec file. Okay. So let's turn this again to true because we want our execution to be done fast. Next one is that is a forbidden process environment. We will look into this one later on when we will be discussing in advanced topics. Let's understand the retry option. So let's say tomorrow in test 2, uh, let's fail the test case now. So instead of playwright, I'm just going to type my name, Pranav here. Okay. And what I'm so in this case, the test, this particular test should fail. So let's understand the retry option. So if I just put the retry as 2, okay. So if I just put retry as 2, what will happen? It will try 2 times and check, okay, whether the test case is pass or fail. Okay, so let's understand this particular scenario. And yeah, again, I'm putting reporter to list and running on the on one particular browser, which is a Chromium. Okay, so this should 2 times look the fifth test case, right? For the has the title. So this will require one. Okay, and again on the second attempt it will retry again, right? So if I put retry as 2 over there, it will keep retrying. Let's understand now how other place we can put retry. So let's me put this as 0 again. Okay, and what I will do npx retries, and I will say hyphen hyphen retries. I can also put retries option over here, retries uh, twice. Okay, okay, let's put it thrice so you will know how to differentiate, right? So differentiate this one. So you can see there should be 3 times it should do the retry. You can see in the list report. That's what the list reporter does. Okay, the list reporter is very useful, and you can so you can know exactly what is happening in background, what which test case is failing, how it is failing, and everything. But yeah, so second time, first time it got retry, second time now it will do the third retry. Can you see? So why it's doing the third retry? We put retry to 3. Okay. So this is how you have to give the retry option. So guys, I'm showing on the both side. I'm showing also in the config.js file, as well as I'm showing the basic thing into how to put in the command line as well. Okay. So let's understand about the workers now. So if I can also define the workers over here. Let's say tomorrow I want to, I want how many test cases we have? Two, two, two. So we have six test cases. I want to invoke every worker for each test case, right? So if I just put 6 workers over here, okay, and I'm just going to do say less, and let's do one thing. Let our test case get passed, okay, because we don't want to put retry, and let's just double check if there is any retry option or not. Uh, yeah, retry option is 0. Okay, so let's invoke one worker for one particular task case, right? So what, how we will invoke? We will right now we have given into the this particular file, which is config.js file, and let's understand this worker option. So there should be 6 workers opening for each task cases, right? So can you see, guys? All the workers are invoked, right? all the workers are invoked. Now let's understand one more way how to put the worker. So what we are doing putting 6 workers. Instead of this, we just have to do as undefined. We are not defining any workers into our playwright file. If you put 0 here, this should give some error. So better you put undefined over here, right? Okay. So let's look now in this one. So now if I do npx playwright test project equals to chromium and workers to 2, okay, and hyphen reporters to list is 2. Okay, so now this should only invoke 2 workers, sorry, not test cases. They should only invoke 2 workers. And you can see, guys, it's using only 2 workers, and this is how you have to manipulate the workers. So now let's understand more about the reporters. Okay, so in many times I have shown you about the reporters. I'm just giving here as a list reporter. Um, Another report is in command line. Let's understand the same logic here as well on the config.js side. So we have just HTML one particular reporter which is actually generating over here, and our reports are actually getting generated, and we can see our report. So let me show you. I'm not given here any reporter, and if I just run this particular test file, uh, so yeah, it's quickly getting run. Okay, 6 test cases run, and now if I just do npx playwright show report, okay, so all right, can you see we have already HTML report is getting generated over here. Why it is getting generated? Because we have put here in config.js file as an HTML report. So tomorrow I don't want to give all the things into the command line. So what I can do, I can give the reporters over here as well. So how I'm going to give the reporter? So I will create an array of the reporter. Okay. So in very first line, I will put this as HTML, and uh, I think, oh yeah, I have to create again one more. Yeah, this is how you have to give. So I will put this as HTML, comma, and I will put this as list reporter. Okay, so we have a line reporter. So you guys can see here. So look, if I just do control space, you can see. So we have a dot reporter, GitHub reporter, HTML reporter, JSON reporter, line reporter, and all these reporters are there, right? So let's put list reporter and let's see what is GitHub reporter. This is something new. Even I haven't seen this one. So yeah, let's see what is happening with the GitHub reporter. So I'm just going to run the playwright test case. It should run the list reporter, and let's see what is the GitHub reporter. Okay, yeah, this is something new. I have seen notice title playwright run summary 6 past. Okay, this is something GitHub reporter is suppressing now. And let's see if some other, yeah, index.js file we have here. Okay, so this is the way you have to give more reporters into the reporter section. Okay, one more thing. Yeah, let's understand now about the use file in, and we have the trace on first retry. Okay, and other things are there. So let's see. So whenever your test cases get failed, you need some evidence to showcase the people. So we can have trace, we can have a screenshot, we can also have a video. So let's see all those property. So there's a trace here. So in trace, I'm just going to in not on first retry, but I want the trace on failure. So I can say retain on failure. Okay. Then what I need? I need a screenshot. So what I will do, I will again put one more screenshot only on failure. Okay. And then next is I also want video. So I can say video only on retain on failure. Okay. Retain on failure. All right. So this is the way you can see the screenshot video and uh, and all others property getting invoked. Okay, so let's field our test case, right? So in test one, again, let's change this to run up, and we want our test case to be get failed. And let's run this file again. Can you see, guys? Here, notice title, playwright, run summary to 6 test cases get passed, right? So if I just, why it is coming? Because we have given this GitHub reporter. Let's me remove this and I show you. When I remove this, then this particular file, this particular statement won't come. Okay, let's see, right? Look, so we have 4 workers that is getting invoked and 6 test cases we are running, and yeah, 1 test case should get failed. Okay, and the reporter has already generated over here. So can you see, guys, we have a nice report, and here uh, what it is saying, expected is Pranav, but what we are receiving is fast reliable playwright test. Okay, and you guys can see we also have one nice screenshot. uh, okay, let me go back. Yeah, we also have a trace. This is really very useful. The trace is also again similar to the UI mode. So not similar, but it's nearly to the UI mode. You have a nice timeline over here, as well as you also have the steps, what steps on which step it got failed, as well as you can also have the locator option. If I just click use, you can also use the locator option here as well. What is your error? Can you see, guys? We have this particular error. Attachment. I told you, like, tomorrow when you have the test cases failed, you need some sort of attachment. So these are your attachment screenshots and video. Okay. So this is so nice given in the playwright. Okay. And yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah. Let's understand more about the yeah. So this is how you have to give the trace. We saw the trace, we saw the screenshot, we saw the videos. Okay. Now let's understand about the project. Okay. Let me terminate this one and I will do the CLS. Okay. So let's understand the project. What is project? Projects are the different browsers. You can say we can define different browsers, and these properties which we see, the trace, screenshots, and video property, we can do Control C, and we can also put this property on test level. Sorry, project level. Okay, I just choose like this. Then they should. You can also see all these properties are getting invoked over here as well, right? And let's remove this from here. Still, this should give us the same result. Okay, still this should give a same result. The say screenshots and videos and everything should be getting generated, because what I'm doing, I have given the project to Chromium, and here you can see, guys. Okay, look, again we are also getting the same videos and everything over here as well. uh, so this is how you can manipulate on the project level as well. You can put the trace, screenshots, videos on the project level as well. Okay, what else on the project level I want to showcase you is very interesting thing. Let's say tomorrow you have the tag. Okay, what tag you have? Let's say tomorrow here in this particular example spec, you have this is the uh, web web tags. Okay, at the rate web, and okay, so two places we put at the rate web. Then here in this file, I want to tag this test cases as UI at the rate UI, and in this particular file, I want to tag all these test cases as an API test cases, right? This is really nice, cool thing at the rate API test cases. Okay, so we have all these test cases with the tagline. Okay, so tomorrow, if I just want to run the web test cases with the uh, with the tag which is web, okay, which is only example spec.js. So how I can give, I can say project to Chromium, and I can say hyphen hyphen grep at the rate web, and give like this way. So only two test cases should run, okay, and which is example spec.js file should run, and this is the way you can give as a graph. Now, this similar option you can also give over here. Let's say tomorrow I want to run the tomorrow I want to run this test cases on Chromium. So I can say, okay, let's understand more thing. So tomorrow, let's say I don't want to run the web test cases, right? So and how I can give the command? I can say grab uh, hyphen invert, which is this. Okay. So hyphen hyphen graph hyphen invert. This should, what this should do? This shouldn't run the web test cases, right? So anything with the tag of web, it won't run. And anything but it will also, it will run all other tags, right? Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's about this particular test cases is failing. Let's which test cases is failing? Test one, right? So let me just change this. Let pass this one because we want to understand. Oh, it is giving removing my tag. Test one, which is UI. Okay, and the UI. Instead of this, I have a play right. Okay. We're just going to do. Oh, sorry. CLS. Control C. Terminate. CLS. Okay. So now understand about this. We understand how to give the graph, how to do the graph invert. Okay. Now let's say tomorrow I want to run the two particular graphs. Okay. So how I can do this one? How I can achieve this one? So let's say tomorrow I have web and UI test cases. I want to run the web and UI test cases. Then how I can achieve this one? I can say hyphen hyphen graph. I can give. I have also defined this particular thing with nice documentation. Okay, I can. I want to show you some more things as well. So, but that is actually written by me on my Medium blog. You will find my one particular file profile. In my profiles, we have, look, I'm also writing the blog. If you want to follow me on my Medium blogs, you can also follow me here. So here I have defined how to run the Playwright graph in different scenarios. But let's understand. So I showed you this particular thing. Say graph is equal to web, graph invert to UI. Okay. Then I say I want to run either of one graph. Say I want to run web or AP or UI. So let's say tomorrow I have lots of graph, but I just want to run uh, or web or UI, something like that. So I can give it something like this way. This is another PowerShell command line, and this is a Git Bash command line for the same thing. But let's say tomorrow I want to run the two particular graphs, so I can use this one and right. And what I'm going to do, okay, press here. Okay, this is the way you can give two graphs. Okay, so these are the regular expressions where I'm giving. Okay, and I want to run on the project equals to Chromium. Okay, so what this will do, this will run two graphs, only UI and web test cases. Okay, so this is the way you have to manipulate the graph. Now let's see the same logic with the config.js file. Okay, same logic with the config.js file. So how we can give? So let's say tomorrow Chromium, I can also give grep option here as well. So I can say grep I want to run, which is at the rate web. Okay, so I just want to run the web test cases, and I'm just going to use this one particular file. Okay, so this should, oh, oh yes, 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 yes. You cannot give it like this way. It's not a string. It's you have to give it something like this way. At the rate web. Yeah. So yeah, here what this will do, this will invoke only two test cases, right? Which is um, um sorry, which is just the example spec.js because we have given the we have tagged those test cases as well. Let's say tomorrow I want some more tag, so I can give it like this way, and I can say at the rate UI, and I have to give this into a bracket. Yes. Okay. So if I just give like this way, and if I run, then this should invoke four test cases. Okay. Right. And now, if I give okay, I can also give the grep invert statement here as well. So if I just do grep invert, and I give uh, grep invert, I have to give like this way, give this like this way, and at the rate I don't want to run the API test cases, right? So I'm just going to give this as, so let's see the way API test cases, right? We are actually not seeing the API test cases. I don't want to run the web test cases. I want to run the UI and API test cases, right? So I've given grep import, okay? And I'm not giving any information into the command line. I'm just running the npm accelerate test and project. And let me put this list option as well. No, but it will come automatically, right? Because we have already defined the git list option here. And let's define that other property as well, say GitHub, right? Okay. So let's do like this way. And you could see only four test cases. We are not giving any grep option or anything on the command line, but still it is only opening four test cases. The two test cases, which is related to the web. You can see we have a UI, API, UI, API. Okay, this is the way you have to manipulate the all the test cases, and similar way you can do with your all the files. So Firefox, WebKit, everything you can do it in the similar pattern. Look, the in Playwright.config.js, we also have the mobile phone devices as well. So if you want to test, let's say tomorrow you have a burger menu which you want to only check on the mobile phone, so you can use this particular file into the you can use this configuration, which is mobile chrome and safari, and you can check those things. We will be looking all these things into the upcoming lecture. And yeah, so pretty much this is what I want to discuss about the playwright.config.js. This is really a very good feature of the playwright, and the flavor, I can say flavor also of the playwright. If you just understand all the bits of this particular file, then it's really a good cakewalk for you to understand the playwright automation framework. Okay guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and keep safe, keep well, keep learning. Happy automation playwright, and happy joining the test rover automation. Thank you. Bye. Please, if you like my video, please follow, subscribe, and toggle that bell icon. Thank you. Bye.